Hello, Onks Woodwind friends, and thank you for tuning in today. Recently, we had a Facebook live stream where we answered a lot of our clientele's questions, and just wanted to expound upon one of those today with you. The question was, when you have a non-pull-through swab, is there potential for the weighted end of the swab to do damage to the bore? And so, in general, I would say to that question, if you're very gentle when you apply the metal weighted end into the oboe and just let it slide slowly through the oboe, in general, the weighted end will not do any damage to the bore of the oboe or give you any troubles. But specifically, the question on Facebook Live that we just had was for a non-pull-through swab. So this swab pulls tight and will not go any further, hence a non-pull-through swab. So can the weighted end of a non-pull-through swab potentially damage a bore? So at this point, if you're swabbing your oboe with a non-pull-through swab, we have to pull it back through the oboe. And if you do this very slowly, and always keep an eye on the swab and the weighted end, that's not going to give you any issues. So very slow movements and no jerking with the hand, okay? But let me pull up closer and kind of show you what could happen. Okay. Let's make sure I got this in focus. All right, so here we are, up a little bit closer for you. So because it's a non-pull-through swab, if we pulled this through and we pulled very quickly, the string and the weighted end potentially, let me get myself more slack, sorry. If you pull very quickly, potentially the weighted end could flip around and it could wrap around some key work. So for instance, right here, I wrapped it around the second octave key. And so you could definitely bang up some keys. You could get the string could actually get tied all the way around your keys like this. And so if you were to be pulling fast, as you're pulling the weight back through, that potentially could do damage. Also, when you get to this point, if it's about this long, it could come up here and hit the other octave keys. It could wrap underneath the second octave key like that. That would not be good. And then as it gets even closer, you could really start kind of knocking into the reed well. So if you're pulling back very quickly and back into the reed well, you could do some damage to the reed well. So the key is to just pull very slowly so that the metal weighted end of your swab does not have the momentum to start flying around. So very slowly, double checking for no knots in general, whether you have a pull through or a non-pull through. And then pull it snug, and then very slowly pull the weight back into the oboe and back out the bell. So in general, to answer that question, I think with gentleness and taking care of swabbing your oboe and not making any fast movements, that the weighted end of the swab should not do any damage to your oboe. Thanks for tuning in today. I do have some other swabbing content, so there's another video on how I recommend swabbing. There's also a blog post on our website that has step-by-step pictures of how we recommend swabbing, and all of those links will be posted down below this video. Thank you again for tuning in today.